Hey everyone, welcome to the Chinacat Show. It is the 14th of May 2024. How the hell is everyone? It's a little late. I actually did record another podcast. It was supposed to be this one. I had some problems. I had some problems with a whole bunch of shit in that one, so I kind of scrapped it and just decided to make a new one. Most of the reason is that I spent legitimately 1 hour on Steven Seagal and how pathetic he is. I just felt like I was just too long. Like I should just do, if I'm gonna do a whole 1 hour and 14 minute episode like that, yeah, just make a whole video about it, not a podcast. But yeah, no. So hopefully everyone's having a good week. Everyone had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. Just played some games. Got back into Skyrim. Actually did the mods. I have a whole bunch of mods. Now the game's not even loading up for me, so I have to go through the mods and see what's going on. Last night sucked. So I downloaded Fallout 4 because I want to replay it. Yeah, I know there's fucking updates and shit. All they did is they broke the broken game again. I mean, a game's great. It is broken like all Bethesda games, which is not a bad thing. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun in certain times, and then there's certain times where like you try to do a quest and it's just not letting you, go get through the whole thing. Sometimes it just crashes in certain parts, but I mean, what can you get with Bethesda? I mean, Fallout New Vegas is still broken as fuck, but it's still one of my favorite games. But that game crashes all the time, even with mods. But that's what I've been doing. Hopefully hop back on with my friend for 76 soon. I've been kind of grinding away on that. Uh, going to see Mallrats and fucking Clerks on Saturday with my girlfriend. Me and her are gonna go out to, I think, Quentin Tarantino's theater. So that would be interesting. I've never seen those movies on the big screen, and I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, so that should be interesting. Yeah, we got some news for today. Quite a bit. I actually got Florida Man news that I'm not going to include during the Florida Man segment, only because he's not Florida Man. The dude lives in Florida. What happened to him is kind of like crazy, but I don't think it goes along the lines of Florida Man, because usually Florida Man is some guy from Florida doing stupid shit. That's pretty much the definition. Must be from Florida, must be doing something stupid. And again, there's Florida woman too. Don't worry. This is unisex. Any male or female can be considered a Florida male lady. Just oh shit. I mean, animals could be Florida man, but I mean that's animals do animal things. So, but yeah, we got some of that. I will be doing the Steven Seagal. I'm just not going to start out with it, because once I start out and go on to the spiel about Steven Seagal, it becomes this horror thing. And of course, there's no one here to stop me from just rambling on about how much I hate the guy and he's a fraud. I mean, the dude's not a fraud per se. Like, the dude is a Aikido master. He does know Aikido. The dude is a movie star. Well, at one time. I would not consider a movie star now. I mean, even though he's making movies, those are straight to video for a reason. He makes them in, like, I think, like Turkey and shit. And this guy like he lives in fucking Russia, best friends with Putin. Like, they're butt buddies and stuff. Actually, the whole reason for the Steven Seagal, you know what? It's just going to happen. So I'm just going to let it happen at this point. There's a picture I found of Steven Seagal at Putin's inauguration. Sorry, sometimes my camera forgets to line up. And the picture of him, it's a fact that this man literally drew on his hair with a fucking magic marker. You cannot tell me that he did not. I mean, he's losing hair. I mean, you should. He's even losing hair. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think Steven Seagal's hair is like a whole like that. You could have a whole video about that because you see him in movies and stuff. Some of it looks real, some of it doesn't. You just get so confused. Like, do you have hair or not? Because some of it looks fucking legit. Like, yeah, this is hair. And some of it's like, is that a hat? And some of it is like, did you draw this on? It was like spray painted. It's like a whole meme in itself. Steven Seagal is literally a meme. Seagal. Putin's egg. And the thing, I think the whole thing about why he is friends with Putin's actually, believe it or not, he's actually a black belt in martial arts. Like, Putin actually knows how to fucking kick ass. Like, when it comes to like martial arts, like he is actually a martial artist. Like, he's straight up, like, I've seen videos, like he knows what he's doing. And you could say, like, they pretty much tell the people that he spars with, you have to lose to him. That could be a thing. But when he's actually doing grappling and stuff, stance, everything, I'm nowhere close to being like, I could be able to tell you if it's right or not. Like, I fairly know what I'm talking about, but yeah, no, he knows how to fight. But look at this man. Fucking, let me get a good picture. I don't want Jimmy Fallon fucking pop-ups. Right here. Right fucking here. Oh, my bad. Look at that. Look at him. Right here. Right fucking here. Tell me that's not fucking drawn on. And if you did draw that on, that's a hell of a good line. Like, that's... Somebody else was saying it might have been a fucking hat, which he is known to wear, like, do-rags and stuff. Why, I don't know. But, yeah. And it looks like hair, and I think it is a toupee. This looks like a toupee. Because you see right here, it's too clean, and then it's, He's just, man. This guy's a meme. I mean, I understand Steven Seagal is like 76 or some shit like that. So, I mean, we age and we don't, some people gain weight and shit. But this guy goes beyond that. Like, this get up. Oh, man. But before we really get into that, I want to like talk about other things than Steven Seagal and yeah, because the reason why we talk about Steven is because I didn't realize they had a question and answer in on Reddit like 8 years ago, and there's always that hilarious Woody Harrelson question and answer that happened years ago. Maybe we bring that up some of these fucking shows, because that one was pretty funny. But this one, man, I don't know why this is not legendary. I mean, he legitly, Steven Seagal can't English. Let's just say that. He can't English. And I mean, I almost feel like he was only answering half of them, and then he just has some random do it. Because even back then, dude, people were trolling the fuck out of that in the interview and stuff. Or question and answer, trolling him. They were asking about Gene LaBelle, if you know who Gene LaBelle is, and if you don't, shame on you. He's I was gonna say, I'm gonna shame on you, and I can't remember what martial arts. I think it was he was not judo. Was maybe Gene LaBelle was judo? I think it was Taekwondo and judo. Gene LaBelle, but he put Steven in a sleeper hole in like the 80s, no 70s, and like to a point that Steven pooed himself, like legit shit himself from Gene LaBelle, and he would deny it to the end of the earth that even getting put in a sleeping hole by Gene LaBelle, but he will deny the poop too. But it's been bought up time after time after time by everyone, families, people, everyone. And Gene LaBelle died in 2022. I thought he was still alive for some random reason. What was he? Yeah, no, he was judo. Yeah, he was judo. Jiu-jitsu, judo, yeah. But he was grappler. He was like the godfather of grappling. And I think he died. Yeah, he died of 89. So, but yeah, Gene LaBelle put back then. You know, Steven Seagal wasn't fat, so still choked him out until he pooed himself. I mean, there's plenty of stories about that. He can deny all day long, but he will never live her down. I mean, judo is kind of like Aikido in some aspects because they both are defensive martial arts. They rely heavily on the opponent throwing them, stuff like that. Unless it's Steven Seagal, heavily rely on stabbing every goddamn person's fucking arm or something while you throw them. Like, I think he's like the only man known in existence that can actually be violent using Aikido. I actually had a friend, my friend Freddie. He knows Aikido, and I used to give him shit. So he's like, I do martial arts. I'm like, yeah, you know Steven Seagal. That's all you know. But speaking of bizarre things, and Steven Seagal is a bizarre thing, this is really fucking bizarre. Okay, one, I don't even know who Anna Wintour is. That's the first thing we were actually going to look up before we look into this article, because there's certain things in life that are just needed in lots of things. One of them is garlic. I don't care if you like garlic or not. Garlic will be in a dish. And you might taste it, you might not, but it will be there in some form of flavor. So this lady, whoever the hell she is, so Anna Wintour, is a British American media executive who has served as editor-in-chief of Vogue since 1988. No wonder I don't know her. I don't know anything about Vogue. But all of a sudden, like, it got so dark in here. What in the fuck? Well, we just gonna roll with it. You can still see me. Yeah, so she's just some rich snob that from Vogue. That's like all I know is Vogue. It's usually like rich people's shit. But this lady, freaking it was like some Monday evening's event for at the Met Gala, whatever that is. But what's so fucking weird is this lady legitly. Let me go over here. She banned fucking garlic, onions, and chives from the Met Gala menu. Well, what's even worse is they were serving salad, a fillet of beef, and a red apple dessert. All right. For being somebody that worked in the food industry for many years, someone who I could say that I can cook very well. I watch many cooking videos. Even when I'm gaming, I'm watching like either Ramsey reviewing somebody a new asshole or just like cooking videos and shit. I just enjoy cooking. Do I enjoy cooking for other people? No, I don't. When you start cooking for like restaurants and shit, that just it kills you because everyone's going to complain about something. Someone's going to want something that makes no sense, and you have to cook it, or it just becomes a big fucking shit show. But what I can tell you is, if you're doing a fillet of beef, like these are like the main fucking ingredients here. Especially you're doing like a filet mignon or like a cut of beef where like you would sear on both sides to get that caramelized crust, that flavor and stuff, and then you would baste it in like a rosemary with like a garlic and butter, and you just sit there, you just baste it, you bring out that flavor, the tenderness of that meat, all that flavor and stuff, and you can't do that with just rose. I mean, you could do it with just rosemary, but that garlic is such a fucking like. Garlic is like the building block to a good meal. There's certain things that just are needed in cooking, and I really feel like garlic is one of them. It's like one of the center stones. Like you can't make a house without a foundation, and that's like cooking. There's always foundations for every meal and stuff. I feel like fucking yeah, but yeah, Anna Wintour banned these, even chives. Chives. I mean, garter a plate. Even they use chives to make something look nice. I do have problems with like food that looks so good it looks fake. Like I don't want to eat food like that. But so Anna Wintour is notoriously says specific. Oh my god, dude! I already started out bad with that one. She's very. Oh my god, I can't say that word today. I am sorry, I cannot say that word. You know the word. You can read yourself. So she's really well known, knowing what she wants, pretty much, and what she won't eat. And she makes that well known even at a meta gala, which I don't even know what that is. If you can inform me what a meta gala is, what the significance of it sounds like some Richie snob bullshit that I will probably never in my life ever, go to. And even if I was invited, I probably still wouldn't go to it. No. During the biggest night in fashion, 3 items will never appear at dinner: garlic, onions, and chives. The New York Post reported on Tuesday. So while celebs dine on an impressive menu Monday evening, it did not include those alumni. Those are 3 things I'm not particularly found on, Wintour told the Today Show on Monday. All right, let's step back here. Let's step back here. For someone, okay, I don't care how fucking famous you are. I don't care what stupid fucking magazine you're working for. I don't care. I just don't care. You're not that fucking special where the foundation of a good dish for something that's supposed to be like, it sounds like, it's for fashion. So it's probably like the Golden Globes for fashion or, whatever. One of those high-end. And obviously you go have some of the greatest cooks around. So I just want to hear, I want to be a fly on the wall from all those cooks and chefs. Actually, probably all chefs. Because you can't call yourself a chef That's not something you just call yourself. You earn that title. You could be cooking for 5 years and you still sometimes won't earn the title as chef. So you don't. That's a title you don't throw around. But I want to be a fly on the wall when they got that, that little thing that says no garlic chives or onions. I would be looking at it like, what the fuck we make? I mean, you could do. I mean, probably fish is not on the menu. You could do some good salmon that has no garlic in it. I mean, you don't have to put garlic in it. I mean, it's usually lemon and capers. That's a good. That's a simple, good dish. Make that look pretty elegant, and it tastes delicious. But I'm sure she's probably be like, I don't like capers or salmon. Might as well just give her fucking cardboard. Put some salt and pepper. Give her a steak. Give her some ketchup. Make it well done. Excuse me. I'm spilling coffee. Actually, I'm drinking this coffee my girlfriend got me. It's really good. It's like a really whiskey. So thank you, baby. I'm enjoying the coffee. Make good iced coffee. They make good iced coffee too with it. Let me get some water too. Hydration, kids. Hydration. But yeah, I guess she's not fond of them. So, well, Vogue editor in chief didn't explain on why she banned all three ingredients. Some have hypothesized that it's simply personal preference. She simply banned parsley in the past. I fucking banned parsley, the post noted, because it gets stuck in people's teeth. Oh, it's just looking good. So it's probably smell. She doesn't want people smelling like garlic. And bruschetta is a no-no because it's messy and could potentially ruin a guest outfit. This is one of the most pretentious things I ever heard in my life. One, bruschetta is fucking delicious. And if I'm actually going to something like this, I would expect a bruschetta to be there. Because you can, it's probably too cheap to make bruschetta, but you can make it look beautiful with a nice piece of bread, homemade bread, like toasted, with a little garlic. Oh yeah, I mean, for like an appetizer. I mean, what food isn't going to like fucking ruin your outfit? I mean, I I could get messy off anything. It's like banning cheese puffs from like a gaming store because it could potentially go on your cards or your fucking keyboard or something. Like, I do ban. I am a stickler about banning drinks from anywhere in my electronics. As you could probably tell, I'm drinking coffee and water, but this is my shit. So if I spill it, it's my fault. And I take that chance. But some asshole that comes over and go like, put that glass next to my keyboard or something, yeah, spill it on that, I'd be fucking pissed. And this is like a cannibal keyboard and shit. Is a fucking HP Omen mechanical keyboard. Like I'd smack him with it. But this is so pretentious. This is like, yeah, this is onion level shit. Like banning stuff because it makes you look bad. I mean, did she ban fucking beer or alcohol? That stinks. You go to parties, you could smell liquor off of people. Fuck, man. Yeah, she doesn't want the breath of the celebrity guests. Then bring some fucking breath mints. Bring a toothbrush with you. Go in the bathroom and brush your teeth after the meal. Lots of people do that. Also, there are several people that are actually allergic to the numni family of bulbous plants, which is rare but possible. Josh Jackson, the executive chef of Great Taste Catering in Los Angeles told the parade, I'm guessing that's parade, about the ban on garlic, onions, and chives. But it's maybe a stretch. The real reason must be she doesn't want to see chives in the guest's teeth. Is understandable. Yeah, it's her. She just doesn't want to smell it. She don't want to see it. She don't want to get on other people. It's not like she doesn't want their lives to be ruined. It's that she doesn't want her lives to be. It's like that George Carlin thing about like the fucking tree huggers and shit. The reason why people like that, also like Green Party, the whole, protect our forest, global warming and stuff. It's not because they actually care about the environment. It's because they want the environment to look good for them. It's not because they actually care. And you could say the same thing about this. She's not banning them because she actually care about like the people and how they look and what's in their teeth or how they smell. It's so they don't look bad for her. I really hope I never meet this lady ever in my life. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. Lady, I don't want you around me because I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to look at that. I could be just as petty. I don't even want to read the rest of this. I do want to see the menu. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. The first course was a spring vegetable salad with elderflower foam, raspberry vinaigrette, olive crumble, and butterfly-shaped croutons. So all those could be stuck on you. I'm sure elderberry, I don't even know what elderflower. Does it come with elderberry? I'm guessing. Let's see. What is elderflower? Elderflower is. It's elderflower. It's elderberry. It's a succubus. They actually, they make mead with elderflower and elderberry mead and stuff. They do that a lot in Scandinavian foods and stuff. It's actually pretty good. So that's actually kind of a Scandinavian salad, adding maybe a couple other things. What else was there? We were asking ourselves. It was followed by the main course is a fillet of beef topped with tortellini rose, and a dessert. The dessert was a take on the poison apple from Snow White, although no one had to worry about the ill side effects, which, tell you the truth, I will not put it past that lady that she would probably poison her own guests. If you look at that face, man, that face. If I was at like a murder mystery thing and she was there and I had to pick out who were killed, Major Mustard in the fucking the back house, I would pick this bitch all day long. Like, this lady looks like she's capable of murdering a bunch of people and not giving two fucks about it. And sorry, but your necklace looks like shit. And I could do a better job making something better than that. I mean, my wire wraps look better than that. I haven't wire wrapped in close to 2 years. Holy fuck, have I been in LA for that long? Jesus fuck. Man, time flies. But yeah, no, she would, if they did do that with like the Snow White apple, I want to put it past her. Should probably steal all that money too. Yeah, I mean, a dessert take on the poison apple from Snow White, that doesn't give me any. Alright, what, they just served a bunch of fucking apples? I mean, wasn't the poison apple and like just a regular fucking like red delicious? I mean, I haven't seen a Disney like a Disney movie like that in fucking decades. I mean, of course, I've seen Marvel and Star Wars, but at this point, I don't even fucking still don't consider that Disney. They just got bought up. Excuse me. Okay, so almond cremux was shaped into a miniature apple, then covered in a red mirror glaze, with the whole thing placed on a walnut flavored leaf. I really hate rich people food. Like, or I hate rich people trying to describe food. A fillet of beef. Okay, cool. What type of beef? Is there a porterhouse? Is it tenderloin? Is it a fucking ribeye? Is it a fucking filet mignon? Or like, what type of fillet of beef? Is it flank steak? Is it New York? New York? Is it what? Is it wagyu? 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 However you say it. Like, if you're gonna do a article about fucking food, get somebody that knows food to write the article. I mean, I know it's about Mrs. Fucking I Murder the World just because you guys don't look good, but have one person talk about that, and then when they go into, hey, this is what they ate, have somebody know what the fuck they're talking about, actually tell you. Because this doesn't even with someone that knows food, like I know the foam, I know what that is. Vinaigrette, raspberry vinaigrette, that's a pretty normal thing. Olive crumble, I was still. What type of olive crumble? Are you just chopping up olives and make it look like a crumble? Is it olive loaf crumble? I don't know. Obviously, butterfly-shaped croutons will look like butterflies made out of croutons, which is pretty much how they do it. Is take regular bread, cut it out like a fucking butterfly, and let it go stale. Well, you kind of roast it too. You let it get kind of hard, then you roast it. It's not like making like breadcrumb for like coating bread or nothing, or coating like chicken. But yeah, man. It sounds like a culinary spectacle that fits right alongside the extravagant grounds, impressive watches, and jaw-dropping jewelry on display last night. A feast fit for a queen, king, or princess, even. If I was a king and this is what you gave me, I'd literally off with your fucking head. Like, where's the garlic? Where's the chives? Is that really that impressive? Not really, dude. I mean, her fucking her jacket actually looks like what Jerry wore during like I think it was like the mid 70s. Jerry Garcia wore the that jacket with a skeleton on it, and there's a word for it. Not just my girlfriend would know this. Hopefully, if you're out there, baby, watching this, comment. You know what I'm talking about. The jacket. I think he wore that at Winterland, if I'm correct. But it looks kind of like that, except hers suck and Jerry's is way better. Obviously. Oh yeah, there's a Jerry Garcia comedian. He was in fucking Boondock Saints. Or wait, no, that's Bob Marley. No, yeah, that was a '80 movement. Nudie jacket. Okay, yeah, they call nudie jackets. Don't ask why. But it's how it's sewn is why it kind of remind me of see how it's sewn and stuff. Yeah. Compared to kind of sewn the same way, except hers suck and Jerry's obviously is awesome. But yeah, first article, petty motherfuckers controlling. I don't care how fucking rich or famous you are with. I mean, it's just some people. Some people should just not be allowed to have say in things like events like that. Especially when it comes to food. I mean, I'm sure the food was great because it sounds like, I mean, that catering, living out here knowing like, yeah, people have money. They're probably some of the best, but I wish I could have been that fly on that wall of all the chefs being like, I don't know what to make. I mean, this lady doesn't want chives, bruschetta, like everything good that you would expect at like a good banquet like that. Yeah, she doesn't want that. No. But speaking of food, this one, if I can get wow, these people's websites suck so bad. Well, if you can read it. Okay, Subway manager attacked by a customer who wanted extra meat on their sandwich. The price is now at Subway. I'm not surprised everyone's not getting attacked. Dude, I went into Subway last month. A beautiful girlfriend. I was craving Subway. I was waiting for my pay. I do a side job with computers and shit. But I was craving Subway. So I got a foot-long spicy Italian. Word to the wives, if you're on California coast and shit, it's not spicy Italian. It's called something totally different. I asked the lady for spicy Italian. She looked at me like, I'm like, spicy Italian, dude. It's been on the menu as long as I remember. It's one of my go-to. Spicy Italian, everything, and spicy. Everything, except for tomatoes, was mustard. I know. But you get such a thick, and it's delicious. Dude, that shit cost me like $16. I used to get it with extra meat. Luckily, I didn't. Jesus. But yeah, fucking people getting attacked at Subway. A woman recovering after she was reportedly attacked by a customer at Subway restaurant in Mandira, California. Shit. The incident occurred on May 2nd and was caught on video according to the KABC. The recording showed a man going behind the counter and punching the manager, Monique Laros. Sorry, Monique. I got your last name wrong. In the face, and another customer and employee helped tackle the man. I never condone violence unless they deserve it. And I'm sure this person did not deserve to get punched in the face over Subway. It makes a good story and it makes it funny. And I'm not laughing on, I'm guessing her behalf. I'm sure everyone's going to be like, are you serving gender? If you don't like it, don't watch my shit. I'm just expecting anyone that watches this be around my age. So we get it. I did not expect it, says Monique. I don't want to butcher your last name. According to the news outlets, he comes around the corner and I go, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Hit me over ham? And he hit me. He punched me. All I can remember was just black. Man, okay, not only did you hit her over such a fucking petty excuse, it was over a ham. I do not like ham. I don't like any fucking swine unless it's a pig roast, and that shit's being smoked over a fire for fucking close to 24 hours, or it's bacon, because bacon just makes everything good. Any other type of ham, ugh, fuck that. Spam I can do. Fucking Taylor's ham, pork roll, all day long. I love pork roll, but that's all like kind of fake, anyways. But man, I still can't feel half my face. I'm too scared. I'm scared that there's going to be some kind of damage, permanent damage. I've never been so numb to where my face feels like it's a mask. Yeah, you got punched in the face. Probably did some nerve damage. I'm sure they can fix it. I mean, you can sue him. I mean, you getting a check out of this. You definitely get money. I mean, no way, no way that this dude's getting charged. Probably is going to be fees and all this stuff like that. And I'm sure the lady's going to go back, get like a pro bono lawyer, go after him for medical damages. You know, get as much money, get as much done as possible, make him pay for it. So Monique said she was called into work by her employers that day because a man was upset he did not get double ham on his sandwich. CBS News reported. Employees were able to provide proof that the man only paid for 6 extra slices of ham, not 12. The man was identified by CBS News as George Sandova. They charge him with battery. So there's the numbers, I guess, for extra. See, every time I go like Subway, I see usually just like extra meat or stuff like that. You can, W meat and stuff. But I've never seen like where like they count the pieces. I guess now they probably do because everything's so fucking expensive. I am sorry that I'm sitting here. I'm trying to get the right mic position. I just got this boom, so I'm still trying to figure out where to put it, get the best possible sound without redlining. But yeah, people getting in fights over fucking meat on Subway markets. It's kind of fucking disconcerting. People are going crazy nowadays anyways. People going fucking absolutely nuts. There's gotta be something in the fucking water. I don't know. Like, it's, I just remember that video. It was shit. I want to say 3 years ago. The dude with the twisted tea, he just smacks that dude in the face. Hopefully that guy was never arrested for that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. But what's even crazier is Google. Anyone that knows personally, I do not trust Google one fucking bit. I don't use. Unfortunately, I do have a Google account. Everyone needs a Google account. It fucking sucks. I try to use it as little as fucking possible. The only shit on my Google account, of course, a lot of people would be like, why would you put that? Of all people, you don't trust it. It's like phone numbers. And you would ask me why. Most of those phone numbers, it's not like I'm going to lose money. I guess I could get all the numbers anyways, but I don't know. Or pictures, but for like money or anything like that, my bank statements, my anything, I will not save that shit on Google. That is far better storage devices or cloud storage out there that are safer and more secure and encrypted and all that stuff. Google is not one of them. Google is never secure. They sell your fucking information. Now, yeah, even YouTube, you can't even have ad block. They will like ban your account for having ad block, unless I think it's unless you pay for it, which I pay for mine. So I don't even like ad blocks don't even matter for me. But there are still people, they do have ads in the video, which again, that pays for them to be able to do videos. So I understand that. That's cool. But the other ads, but it's Google's same thing with Google Chrome and shit. I just don't like it. But this makes me even more angrier. Fucking Google Cloud accidentally deletes 125 billion. That's not 1,000. It's not 125,000. It's not 125 million. That's 125 billion pension fund online account. I didn't read this yet, but just that opening is just blows. Like, pension? That's a lot of fucking money to delete. I mean, I think that's even more than what Google's worth. I mean, how do you come back from that? This is under cybersecuritynews.com. So this is where I get a little bit geek for some people. And some of you guys might know what I'm talking about. So a major mistake in setup caused Google Cloud and UniSuper to delete the financial service provider's private cloud account. That is bad. That is really, really fucking bad. Hopefully for that company, they had backup on their servers and shit. That's why I think cloud accounts, they're good and they're bad at the same time. Like, you should always have a backup. Get a fucking in-house server, dude. Like, you can make your own servers so fucking cheap. Man. The event has caused a lot of worry about the security and the dependability of cloud services, especially for big financial companies. The outage started in the blue. And Unisniper's 620,000 members had no idea what was going on with their retirement funds. Fuck, dude. Services didn't start up again until Thursday. And the fund promises members that investment amounts would be updated as soon as possible, even though they were showing numbers from the previous week. Fuck, man. According to The Guardian reports, the CEO of UniSuper and Google Cloud, Peter Chun and Thomas Curran, apologized for the failure together in a statement which is not often done. Oh, I fucking hope. They said that the event was extremely frustrating and disappointing for members and said that it was caused by a one-of-a-kind occurrence in which UniSuper's private cloud services were set up incorrectly, which caused the fund's cloud subscription to be deleted. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's really fucking bad. That right there is to say, like, we're incapable of providing a secure account for really, really sensitive fucking information, as in people's well-being, when they, retire from your fucking company. Now, I mean, we haven't even got to the part where they say they fixed it, but man, like, you're talking, there's a lot of people's like lives that dependent on that money from, that when they finally be able to retire and, go down to Florida and watch Florida Man stuff for the remainder member of their lives. Probably play golf. Yeah, they kind of fucked that up. And they are true. Like, you don't hear apologies from both sides. But when it comes down to people's money and you delete, like, pretty much all the information about, like, how much each person made in their fucking 401k, which I'm pretty sure is a retirement fund. In which you didn't even say, hey, we have backups, or we have a server that is backed up for all said money related accounts. That's another problem. If you're a data finance company, I would hope I'm sure they have servers, but you should have a separate server that backs up all this type of information. It's a safety net in case the cloud doesn't provide it. And sure, that does cost money because servers do run wattage and you got to keep it cool and all that type of stuff. Plus maintenance, blah, blah, blah. Any computer savvy person would know what I'm talking about. Second of all, whoever set up the cloud now fucked up. They are not everyone fucks up. But not for everyone's 401k. You should be on top of that shit. Like, that should be one thing that when you do it, it needs to be fucking perfect. I always have a say in that. I feel like, I'm not saying this about all ITs. There are some fucking great ITs out there. I feel like a lot of times, companies, things like that depend on computer related stuff, servers, storing stuff. I think they cut corners like hiring ITs. They don't hire. They try to save money, try to save a buck. They think like anyone can do this, which is not true. Okay, where was I? Let's see what they did about this. This is a one-time event that has never happened with any of the Google Cloud's clients around the world. This really shouldn't have happened, it said. As of now, Google Cloud knows what caused this problem and has taken steps to prevent it from happening again. Even though Unisuper had backups in 2 different areas as safety measure, thank fucking God, at least they were smart enough to do that. I would expect it, but this time and place and how life is, can't expect much from people. Canceling their cloud content affected both areas, making the progress more shit. So even having backups, the cloud kind of still played a part in those backups. It sounds like in those backups too, which makes sense. But, man, you should have just had one hard copy backups. I'm not saying like hard copies, like pieces of paper. I'm saying just like a separate drive, like terabytes upon terabytes worth of information saved somewhere that does not rely on any type of being on the internet and shit. Which we can say the same thing. I don't know if you guys follow gaming news, but people have been mad about having games that like you can only play if you're online, which is unreliable in all sorts of accounts. This being one of them. I know this is not game, but it kind of provides the idea of like, hey, you can't always rely on cloud servers or stuff like that. Okay, so one thing that did help Unis Super get servers back up and running was using backups from another server provider. As part of this project, hundreds of virtual machines, databases, and apps that made up Unisuper's private cloud environment had to be fully recovered. Huh, virtual machines. Well, I mean, it makes sense actually why they'd be using virtual machines for like servers and shit. Because, yeah, I actually did have cloud, a Google Cloud, where they do use virtual machines and stuff. I never used it. I actually wanted it for something completely different, but I ended up just never using it because I didn't think it was very trustworthy. I could make my own server, fucking have a laptop if I wanted to. Okay, so the joint statement said the hard work and cooperation between Unicyper and Google Cloud had led to a full recovery of a private cloud, emphasizing the amount of work needed to fix things. So, pretty much the rest of this is, people were upset about this, and which they have the right to be upset about stuff like this. Wow, my headphones died. I don't even like really. I don't even think I need these. Um, but yeah, it really gives you a huge in depth in why you should always have backups. And I mean, anything can be found, even deleted from a computer. How do you think people, get charged, in different, trials and crimes and lots of things, or even, recovering stuff that you accidentally deleted? It's very easy, you know, unless you permanently delete that paper trail. I mean, you can pretty much find anyone's shit, but it's a pain in the ass to do. It costs companies time and money. So, yeah, Google, don't fuck up. And always, yeah, back up your shit. And don't, if you have backups, make sure those backups don't rely on clouds and stuff. Because, I mean, we've been storing data like this even before the cloud was even a thing. And that was always reliable. So, it's one of those things. Don't fix something that's not broken. I mean, reliability is always good, but backups are always better. What the fuck? Here we go. Norton, your computer has been affected so many times. Man, why am I getting Norton pop-ups? I have no fucking idea. But yeah, so before we hit Florida Man, again, it's not really a Florida Man per se. Why is it getting fucking dark like that? Fuck it. We're doing this Steven Seagal thing because I find this fucking hilarious. And it's someone needed to go up to him and be like, hey, man, this isn't a good idea. If you know the track record, people would be asking questions that Sensei Steven Seagal probably doesn't want to answer or even wants to hear about again. But so how we could do this is that we're not going to go through all of the question answers. We do a little bit of what people were asking, why Steven only seemed to have taken 20 minutes to do this, like AMA, which I don't even know exactly what that means. I call it question and answer. That's pretty much what it is. Like, again, like, perfect. This is why you knew this was a bad idea. How long did it take you to realize this was a mistake? And, like, you got people laughing out loud pretty quickly seeing he disappeared after 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes or so minutes. And again, dude, right here. What kind of pants were you wearing when Jean LaBelle choked you unconscious and caused you to shit your pants? I mean, dude, that story, like every fucking person that has some type of fascination with Steven Seagal, like I do, except mine, is I think the dude's the biggest piece of shit, and I love watching him set himself up for failure. It's beautiful, and his movies are so bad. Like he literally sits there like this, and he has like three lines in the movie where they usually are, "Well, you didn't know." And he talks like this. I mean, he talks like Harrison Ford, except Harrison Ford is cool and Steven Seagal's not. Yeah, hopefully his brown ones. Deadpool. Yeah, it's a little. Uh, Reddit has running low on gold, so they hosted this AMA to mine more out of it, which, it happens sometimes. It gets kind of bland. You need some type of this. Got any good ones? Oh, yeah, this was actually a real thing I've heard about. Is it true that you punched John Leguizamo? If you don't know who that is, he played Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers with Dennis Hopper, that really fucking terrible one. And he also played his movie. He's one of my most hated movies. It's just so bad. There's nothing, no good quality, and it's not one of those movies that's so bad it's good. It's just bad. Movie Pest, about those people. They were hunting him down. They put him on an island. It's fucking stupid. But he punched John Leguizamo in the face, and even John said it in like an interview I saw, and there's still no reason why. Steven Seagal just punched him. No? What else we got here? So according to people, yeah, animal abuse is one of Steven Seagal's pet peeves. Well, that would be kind of weird. So if any of you guys know a story about Steven Seagal, he has a TV show called Steven Seagal Lawman. And that's a real thing. He was a deputized sheriff because somehow he has connections to fucking the Army Rangers, Special Forces. I don't fucking know anymore. This guy got connections to every goddamn thing in the world. But there was this episode where I think it was like New Mexico or something, but this dude was in there. He had like a warrant or something. Wasn't coming out. Had this huge this whole stone gate around it with a metal gate. And if you know, SWAT teams have those big ass armored fucking trucks. They look like fucking like a tank, or like one of those amphibious vehicles that you can drive in harbor and then come up and drive on land. It looked like one of those. Well, I guess Mr. Sensei Steven Seagal got in the motherfucker and drove it through the gate, killing the poor man's dog. Poor dog got killed in the thing. And I think it was like he had a warrant for something so stupid. Like there's no reason to be driving a SWAT tank through it. I think it was for the TV show. But yeah, the guy, Steven Seagal, ended up killing the dude's dog. Dude brought Steven Seagal to court for the dog. I think the dude ended up winning the court case, over, death of his poor dog. But Steven Seagal loves animals. So it blows my mind, you know. Which is actually one of his answers. I might even name this episode of the show after this poorly written fucking answer. So, okay, this guy, this is a spoof. This is not Steven Seagal, but this guy pretty much starts answering all of Steven Seagal's questions. Well, not Steven's, but the people asking Steven, because Steven Seagal just disappeared. Like, he probably answered, and you're about to find out how many he answers, and then just disappears. But there's another one. Hey, Steve, what exactly happened to you during your kidnapping by the Gambino family in 2001? Steven Seagal is supposedly kidnapped by the Italian mob, and that's why he wears bulletproof gis and stuff, because supposedly the mob's after him, according to him. Steven Seagal official, which is not, but we will still read it because it's funny. They took 700,000 and my backdoor virginity, which I would actually probably believe. No, the other account is an imposter. I've come here to clear my name and snatch up Panani. Steven loves that Panani. But so you got a little bit of an idea of the questions that were being launched out to Sensei Steven Seagal, who is also a llama, according to some other llama. Yeah, this guy, yeah. Gene Seagal has recently stated, Jean-Claude Van Damme, excuse me. I know the guy is kind of a meme, but I still have more respect for Van Damme than I will ever have for Seagal. At least Van Damme could fight, and you could fight on large amounts of cocaine. These stories about Jean-Claude Van Damme's cocaine, the cocaine era, is nothing but epic. Yeah. And if you ever see that movie, what's that movie where he goes and does the kunai? Where he has to wrap up with all like the glass. It was like the Thai boxing, death fights and shit. And he's in there doing the dancing. He's like just dancing. It's the worst dance. It's like the most 80s dance ever. And Van Damme has these pair of pants on. Literally up like, almost up to his man titties. With his stupid looking, oh man. But, yeah, they say that man was on so much coke during that movie. Like, I don't even think he even knew he was making that movie. Same thing, he was supposed to be, Van Damme was actually supposed to be the Predator. In Predator, thank God he wasn't. But, yeah, just a little. Back to, Sensei Steven Seagal. So, that's the idea of the questions that were answered during this. So you ask me, does Steven Seagal actually have a Reddit? No, he actually made this Reddit just for this. So his Reddit page pretty much has all his answers on it. So you don't have to go through the millions of questions, us regular folks ask the llama, the sensei, somehow is related to the special forces, who's a deputy cop, suppose a sexual abuser, the list goes on, how much, liar, best friends of Putin, only makes movies in Turkey, all his movies goes to straight to video. I mean, the list goes on what Steven Seagal is. A animal lover, a horse lover, probably knows everything about everything. Yeah, that's Steven Seagal. But let's see what his answers were for some of these questions. So this is the official Steven Seagal Reddit. Don't be coming to my Reddit and try to like fucking troll me. I'm not even gonna tell you my name. And no, I did not pick the name. They picked my own name, so whatever. So Steve Seagal, his first. This is his what you can expect or who Steven Seagal is. I am a Buddhist. I meditate. That keeps my calmness. Or should I say, like Steven Seagal, I'm a Buddhist and I meditate. That keeps my calmness. From day to day, my routine can change. I started out as a drummer. That's pretty much what I found. He doesn't really tell you exactly what he is, or if he did, he might accidentally deleted it and posted it. So Steven Seagal might not actually know how to use Reddit. I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. He's also a guitarist. Also has a band he plays in and sings. Does he actually know how to play guitar? I don't think so, because all the videos I've seen of him, it's not good. It's not good. Maybe if you watch it, he's probably copyrighted. I don't want to get copyright strike by Sensei Steven Seagal. Okay, so according to one of the other questions, so you don't actually see the questions being asked. You see the answers, but that's good enough. Aikido is not an offensive, more defensive art. We don't really go on the ground a lot. It's an inappropriate art for MMA. You guys see a lot of MMA questions like, would you ever fight in MMA or anything like that? Which I'm sure many people probably ask every martial art. I'm sure if Bruce Lee was still alive, God rest his soul, some idiot would be like, are you going to be going MMA? And I mean, if he was still alive, Bruce, he'd be older than Steven Seagal. I'm sure Bruce would be like, fuck no, dude, I'm fucking like 80 or 90. No, I'd be like asking Jackie Chan. He's like, dude, I'm too old for that shit. Steven Seagal is too old. On top of that, he's too fat. And that'd be one thing. Jackie Chan's not fat. He's still in good shape. Oh man, I don't think that guy fucking ages. It's like Keanu Reeves. Okay, so not sure what exactly. Can I click on it and see? Oh yeah, that was another. I can't confirm nor deny, so I'm not even gonna read it. But if you read it, that's beyond you. So, fucking yeah, it was supposedly a thing. Like he was supposedly abused a lot of women on movies and shit. Again, it was brushed under or something like that. Not entirely sure. Where's the other one? Because they ask about Thailand. He's like, I love it. I like the culture, the people, the architecture. Yeah, you like it because of underage women. Like people go to Thailand to look at it. But there's a lot of other people that go to Thailand for other things. Okay, I know this one was about the whole lawman, and they did send him down to New Mexico and Arizona for immigration reasons and stuff. Which now, I mean, he obviously doesn't live in America, so he's not down there like in Texas or nothing. What are they doing? He still tries to train every day, whether it's martial arts or secrets martial arts movements and stretching. I don't want to see that man stretch. I mean, do they have like a forklift to help him stretch, to help him stand up? Because like every movie I've seen has him either sitting down or waddling towards the camera. I mean, It's kind of sad because that man can't run anymore. If you know anything about Steven, that man can't run. Okay, where was it? Yeah, he's a cop. I have been one for a long time. It's a street term that means to kill somebody. See, he knows everything. Oh, this one was good. He actually answered this one. Again, I can't get the fucking question, but I do remember reading this. Someone asked him if he'd rather fight one normal size Steven Seagal or fight 100 little Steven Seagals. Like him fighting himself or fighting himself against 100 little versions of himself. And he actually answers this one body rather than 100. Yeah, because like 100 little Steven Seagals, that's like what, 300 pounds apiece? 300 times 100, 100 times 300 would be close to like 3,000 pounds or 4,000. He'd be crushed by himself. $1,000,000% possibly if the credit card has been modified. It's very easy to do. Who the fuck ain't? The fuck? Where is that? I am a champion. I want to remain a champion. Another reason why you won't do MMA. I'm sure that's not why they ask, but I'm sure because you get choked out, probably Ronda Rousey or something, and you would poo yourself again. Probably at that time you'd be like, "Because I'm old." No. Started playing in guitar in Detroit in the '50s, and I was in an all-black band. I'm sure that's not true. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So somebody asked him if he has any animals, and I have horses. And I have dogs. Like, he must have been getting ready for fucking Russia with English like that because that was I have horses. I have dogs. No parentheses. Like I have horses and I have dogs. Like parentheses, like punctuations and stuff. It actually really adds to a sentence like this. This is I have horses, I have dogs. That's how I read it without like any like if I was writing this, it was like I have horses parentheses and I have dogs. Sounds a little bit better. But this is Steven Seagal we're talking about. But I kind of just want to show that. And I just have a fascination how fucking shitty Steven Seagal is. But before we get on Florida Man, I got one more little thing to show you. Yes, it's Steven Seagal related. Just for the end of this little segment. I think he's most famous for him running like a fucking grill. We're going to watch a little 1-minute clip of Steven Seagal running like a girl. I'm not sure, like... Actually, I just got to turn off the volume because I'm not sure of the copyrights. Like... He just like runs like this. Look at that. Jesus Christ. I would think if you train like a keto, you're a sensei, and you have special forces, friends in the special forces, friends in like fucking government, friends in like every goddamn fucking branch of whatever. You view yourself as some like fucking army ranger that never was in the army. Because every goddamn bit he plays in any movie now is him, some retired fucking Navy SEAL or something. Yeah. But Bullshito. Yeah, that's exactly should be his fucking. But yeah, dude, I could get in this all day, and we need to move forward. Sorry about that. As I said in my last video, like was supposed to be this podcast, was legitimately all Steven Seagal. And I was just watching it, and I had other things I want to change and shit. But I was like, I just gotta, like, if I'm gonna do a whole, like, oh, I talk about him because I found that in my Reddit, going through random shit, and I thought it was funny. But you can have, like, I've watched like an hour and a half video on this, and it was entertaining from start to finish, all hour and a half. Yeah, but well, we're to our Florida man. We're actually going to use this Florida man. This is going to be a little different. It's not this man's fault. It's the government's fault. The government of Florida. Yes, the Florida government can be part of Florida man because, I mean, they live in Florida too. And nothing good ever comes out of Florida. Well, no, I take that back. Death metal did come out of Florida, like Death, Cannibal Corpse, Obituary. So good things did come out of Florida. Sabotage. Just music-wise, yes. Weirdos, no. But this goes above and beyond. I feel bad for this man. So this man had been living here for 60 years after moving to the U.S. Florida man discovers he's not here legally. 60 fucking years. This is not even his fault, I don't think. This is legitimately Florida's fault. Excuse me. I mean, he's a proud American, even a little Trump thing here. Except this man's like, from what I read already, this man's from fucking New York, New Jersey area. I'm guessing moved down here because of retirement. But, sir, you're wearing a Kansas City shirt when you're from New York, dude. Your friends, who are probably Bill's friends, do not like you right now. Who did pay? Was it Buccaneers in Kansas City? I think that's Buccaneers. I don't know. I guess you like who you like. Can I actually just play the video? Yeah, let's just play the video. Excuse me while I change out my... Oh, it is on here. Cool. So I really don't need this.
One of the best things about this book is that who I am as a person and who I am as a clinician. Not only is this
This is just fucking... Excuse me, that's, of course... Guess not catching that audio.
Says he has not received one penny.
Instead, he got a surprise.
There we go.
Welcome back.
We're not gonna watch all of
He
it.
spent his entire life living and working in the United States, but when it came time to collect his Social Security
What's even worse,
benefits,
this
one
dude was from
Florida man
Canada.
says he has not received one penny.
Instead, he got a surprise.
This poor man was a
reality
illegal
check. The
alien for
government told him
60
he's
years.
not who he says
And not
he
from
is.
anywhere else
Now
but
he's been
Canada.
fighting to
That's
prove them
wild.
wrong. I-Team investigative reporter
I don't think I've
Caitlin
ever
Brown
heard
shares
in my
her
life
story
of illegal alien from Canada. These people
outside
go
Jimmy
back to
Class's mobile
Canada.
home in Clearwater. Symbols of American pride hang not just front and center, but on the side of his home, in the back. America is, after all, the only home this 66-year-old has ever known.
Oh yeah, no, that's a Kansas City Buccaneers
to the US
shirt.
in 1959.
How long have you been here?
64 years.
But after more than a half of a century
fuck
in
the
the
Buccaneers.
U.S., where he's
Fuck Tom
lived,
Brady.
worked, went to school, got married, had kids, paid his taxes,
Mr. Class, you will be entitled to retirement benefits.
even voted, Class says in 2020,
Instead of receiving my first check,
Yeah, it is wild This man has been here for 60 years. He has paid his taxes. I'm guessing got a driver's license because he's your fucking car right there. Own a house. Voted. Done everything a legal person in the United States of America has done. But he's illegal. To me, that just seems like Florida fucked up once again for the 100th time. Somebody didn't put the paperwork through, but wouldn't he would have known that paying taxes, he would have known that even voting, you can't be illegal and vote. Sure he has a license and shit. I think they even show his social security card
I didn't
ish.
have any thoughts.
He's not a U.S. citizen.
I just was like blindsided.
Class says it all came to light after he applied for the Social Security benefits he paid into his entire working life.
You gotta be kidding me. You know, 1 month you tell me I should expect my first
Excuse
check.
me.
Second Wednesday.
Yes, my phone is my
But instead I get a letter stating that I haven't
My
proven
TV.
to them that I'm here legally.
oh, I don't even have this.
You see, Class was born in Canada. His mom Canadian, but his father American, born and raised in New York.
He has dual citizenship.
The family moved to the U.S. when Class was 2 and stayed here.
That's me as a Boy Scout.
No, he has
in
dual
America.
citizenship.
In America.
As he got older, he says he just assumed he too was American, a dual citizen. Documents he laid out for us are a glimpse of his deep roots in the U.S.
Yeah.
This is when you know you're old. When the old driver's licenses were paper.
Roots, he says, were never questioned. Not when he got his Social Security card, driver's license, or voter registration card.
I've been voting for over 40 years. I guess I'm in a lot of trouble.
Class was even approved to serve as a Marine for the U.S. military
I signed up to defend this country.
and work for the New Jersey State Police. His citizenship status, never an issue, he says.
The only thing they asked me for was my Social Security card and my driver's.
I am blown the fuck away. Oh my god. Dude, this guy has every piece of fucking paperwork you need, just like you can prove. And Florida's just like, nah, illegal. At this point, I think just Florida just doesn't like people from Canada. I think Florida's anti-Canadian, and I think we should all shun Florida. Because, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna finish this up a little bit longer.
After he learned he wasn't really a U.S. citizen, he formally applied for status, but was denied. U.S. Immigration Services wouldn't share details with us, stating they don't talk about individual cases. But in this 2022 denial letter, the agency stated Class didn't provide enough evidence to prove his father lived in the U.S. for 10 years before Class was born, a requirement.
I've seen a handful of cases like this. They don't come around every day.
Indira Demine is a Fort Myers-based immigration attorney. She says Class's case is a reflection of a large, complicated, and changing U.S. immigration system that can't always accurately track.
Dude sat here, served for the state police in fucking
For many
Jersey.
years, the DMV,
Army.
the different agencies didn't necessarily communicate with each other. And so the documentation that you need to renew your driver's license or for the Social Security benefits were not as stringent as they are now.
How did he get issued a Social Security card, though?
That's a good question. Quite possible that back then, the requirements they have a social is just not the same as it is today.
So is it fair, though, that he was issued a Social Security card, he got his Social Security taxes withheld, he worked all of his life, he paid his taxes?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I worked my 50 years, and I paid into my Social Security.
Man,
They should be paying me.
What happens if
this is why he's not taking those American flags and throwing up fucking Canadian flags. Like, fuck that, dude.
will it make you look at America differently?
I'll probably move back to Canada.
You would consider
There we
leaving?
go. That's all we need to hear. There we go.
Class says he
Move back to Canada, dude. Trust me. Move back to Canada. Yeah, it's all going to shit here. So, if I had that choice, I'd move. I'd probably move to Canada. Yeah, Canada. It looks pretty awesome up there. I like the woods and the quiet, so be right at home. But fuck, man, you can't imagine that. Like, you know, being here for that long. Your father's a fucking, you know, from here. And then you go and be like, we can't prove your father lived here. It's like, my father was born here, you fuck. Like, look it up. You guys have that information. Fucking Florida, dude. I think it actually probably is just Florida. I bet if it was anywhere else, he had no problem. And if he had a problem, they would have looked at him and been like, you've been here 60 years, you already paid everything. Just give the guy a fucking, make the guy a citizen, dude. I mean, Steven Seagal is a citizen of Russia. They did that with that. I think, like, what's his name? Dennis Rodman's a citizen of North Korea. No, South Korea? Whatever Korea doesn't like us. I always get those mixed up. I think it's South Korea that doesn't like us. I don't know, wherever Kim Jong-un is. I still can't believe those guys are friends. But it's wild, dude. Again, man, I feel bad for the dude. But he has it right. Go back to Canada, dude. Canada, putting you right back with open arms. Plus, dude, food's so much better up there. Everything's so much better up there. I don't know. I just think probably cheap, a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Actually, I don't really know how Canada's like up there. It's gotta be cheaper. But yeah, Florida man. At this time, I think the Florida man's the government. The Florida man government. Fuck, man. I still get blows my mind. You've been voting all these years. You were a police officer or all the army. Like, I think there's Marines too. Social Security card. Fucking, you know, like all the documents. And they were like, well, can't tell if your dad was here. Right. I'm sure they could tell if his dad fucking, but they knew if his dad owed like $100 to the government, they know that right off the beaten path. They would tell you that in a heartbeat. Be like, yeah, your dad still owes us $100 from like 1912, but we can't tell you if he lived here for more than 10 years. Be like, what the fuck? But yeah, guys, that's the podcast. Or the show, whatever you want to call it. I mean, Chinacat. Hope you guys have a good week. I'm still working on that investigation. Hopefully that's going to be done soon. I know a couple roadblocks with that, but I got some information. Most of that shit takes fucking... I figured it was going to take a week to investigate this. Now it's taking a lot longer. I sent emails, waiting on emails, got like half-ass answers. So... sometimes, and it gets so fucking exhausting about, just watching people get fucked for no apparent reason. Or, rich people getting richer from, other people's pockets. But, yeah, this is the Chinacat Show. Lovable Chinacat. Fucking May 14th, 2024. And you guys all have a good day. Ciao.